There we go.
Yay. I know. All right, hello everybody. This is, let me flip it around here, Brittany and Bridget.
Hi guys.
This is Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida, and we are about to do a virtual keeper tour. Yay. So this will be the last time you'll probably see my face or her face because we're gonna focus on the cats. All right, yay, Deb's here.
Hi,
okay,
Deb.
we can go for it now. We've got Jennie as our backup. She's gonna be our chauffeur and our backup today.
Yep.
So I'm gonna hand the camera to Bridget, which I've never done before.
Hey guys! All right, so as Brittany introduced, we are live here at Big Cat Rescue. We're doing our keeper tour. And Brittany would ordinarily be giving you all of this information, but today I'm gonna fly by the seat of my pants and hope that I do her justice. So we have officially been closed for 13 months now, and before we had closed, our keeper tour was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. And one of the things that we like to do is share enrichment with the cats. We like to show you guys how we do that and how enriching the cats is such a good thing for them. Right now we're creeping slowly up on Miss Bailey the bobcat.
Bailey's pretty brave.
She's in her catwalk, aptly and appropriately named. Kind of nicely backlit over here, giving us a beautiful bobcat silhouette. And she's decided she's gonna go away, which is totally her option. So if you guys have seen the home tours that Brittany has made, you'll know that the cats have quite large enclosures, kind of deceptively large.
Yeah, can't see it in one shot.
True.
We loaded up a ton of stuff. We had to get the big cart out.
Yes,
So
look at all this stuff.
I'll very quickly just kind of show you. So our Easter goal today, Bridget and I's goal, is to enrich every single cat on property. So enrichment's really, really important for cats that are in captivity. They get very, very bored. They should be able to roam hundreds of square miles, find a mate, raise babies, do all these things over their lifetime. When they've been born and raised in cages, they can't necessarily do that. So we do a lot of different types of enrichment. So we're going to hand out a lot of sickles today.
Oh, look at that.
So these are just blood sickles. I think in the smaller ones I think there's some chicken in here as well. So we're going to see a variety of sickles, which is just basically either chicken or tuna or blood runoff from their beef diets mixed with water, frozen in a cup, and it's a nice little popsicle treat for them. We also have a bunch of spice bags and perfume tubes, which Bridget made and then labeled them so we would remember what they are, along with
some of the most adorable enrichment.
So we have an enrichment committee that gets together. Look at the little tail. Every Wednesday night, and Jen R., one of our coordinators, brought in fresh rosemary. There's these cute little bunnies and little carrots. So we're going to hand out all that kind of stuff today. We're also going to do a grooming session, which we don't always do those on keeper tours. So I will attempt to groom Breezy if she's not already too tired from breakfast. And then I will also show you guys Cyrus. And then beyond that, we are going to do some operant conditioning, so we've got 3 different sizes of meat cut up, ready to go to small cats, medium cats, and then big cats. Including Mr. Kimba today. We will do some operant conditioning with Kimba.
Oh my gosh.
So,
all right, so
full lineup.
I don't know if you guys, I don't know if there are people donating, and if there are and I have missed it, I'm sorry. I don't actually see the donations happening here. So if donations are happening and I am not acknowledging them, please understand that I can't see them.
Just check off when you've done it. too, yeah.
Just so you don't lose your eyes.
So if you guys can just kind of keep me in check with that, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, and here is one of our first kiddos.
Yep, Shiloh's gonna get a sickle. Hi, cute boy.
So this is Shiloh Bobcat. He's ready. He's excited about his enrichment.
Ooh, hi, cute boy. I gotta get the sickle out of the cup first.
He's like, come on, lady.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I want to grab Filmo's as well because I'm gonna give Filmo a bag, and I'd like to do that before my hand touches the sickle.
Very wise. And there's a reason that we do that, guys. So one of the reasons that we make sure that we hand out paper enrichment before we hand out sickles is so that way the bag does not taste or smell like meat. Hey, Jenny, can you clip that for me, please?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yes. The camouflage is strong with these guys. Holy fish sticks, 13 people and $433 already. You guys are on fire this morning.
I had a goal.
Yes.
Thank you guys so very much. So, cute little Filmo's up there on his little shelf.
Let's see, I'm gonna...
He's actually very playful. He just doesn't let people see it. The first time that we gave him enrichment, we noticed for the few days after, every time we came by, the bag had been batted back out of the cage.
Oh my gosh.
So we know he was playing. So I know he won't come down to play with it, but he's got one there for whenever he decides he wants to.
We're at 5:03 already.
He's so cute. Oh boy, well we better start handing out some more enrichment.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Shiloh.
Swing you guys back around here. You can see he's so excited. Brittany's very safely making sure that sorry guys, her stabilizer is a little bit different than mine. So I'm getting used to the adjustments.
You're fine. So he got a chicken sickle. So as they said, we take like canned tuna or canned chicken. That's all shredded up, but we mix it with water, we put it in a blender, get it nice and pureed, and then we mix it into 3 different sizes. We use like very small cat food cans for the little cats, more like yogurt containers.
See that.
For the like medium cats. I consider him a medium cat.
I consider him a medium cat too.
And then we use like solo cups for our very big guys, which we'll hand some of those out as well.
Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for these donations. You are on fire already. We love this.
Well, we wanted to make, it's Easter Sunday. We know a lot of people will watch this later in the day. A lot of people are at church or doing things with family, which we totally understand. But here at Big Cat, we are all family, and a lot of us always choose to be here on the mornings of holidays to kind of give, our time to the cats. And so today I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to leave property until we've handed something to every single cat.
I love this.
So
yeah.
We've got a long way to go, though, so you guys will have to hang in there with us.
Oh my gosh. We're at 1077. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Can't even.
This is delightful. This is awesome.
Oh boy.
And another thing to remember is that even if it is a holiday, that doesn't mean that the cats take a holiday.
Exactly.
So the keepers and the volunteers don't get a holiday either. As you'll see, we're all here. Everybody's giving. We're taking good care of these cats.
So actually, if we want to head this way, I'm pretty much going to enrich this whole section, even if it's like a real quick flyby.
All right. All right. Are we? Okay. Yep. We're riding. We're riding.
We'll just go around the corner here.
Huge thanks to
Shiloh to be
That's pretty. I love it. We didn't
here
go
we
closer.
huge thanks
like
to
we're
Jennie
Disney.
for. I know. I'm like.
pull up a little bit more.
Yeah, if you want to actually go like towards Running Bear.
I know, I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah, so all the cleaners are out cleaning, but
Yeah.
hopefully if we get everybody enriched, like while the cleaners are cleaning, they can stop and watch
Yeah,
something
that
cute.
would be fun
So,
for them too.
All right, this is perfect.
Excellent. All right. Oh my gosh, we're at 1414. You guys are just amazing. This is so great.
All right,
All
I'm
right.
gonna hand out some of this cute stuff.
Yes. So I'm gonna.
We're gonna give Mrs. Claus, Beecher, and Simba Savannah.
All right.
So let me just put, where did I put my
Oh, yep, so you guys can see she's got some perfume and some loose spice here.
Yep, I've got some Betsy Johnson.
Oh.
I always have to make sure where I'm spraying or I'll end up spraying myself.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Like you can be, somehow you can be sweaty and gross and yet you still smell like perfume at the end of the day.
Yep. So I'm just kind of gonna
Ooh, genius.
dip. And then this will be for future.
Ooh, good stuff.
All right, so catnip and cinnamon, and then we used Betsy Johnson, and I was surprisingly in love with this Hawaiian ginger spray. We used it for some of the big
Nice.
Easter Enrichment. It was good.
It's actually nice. It's actually nice.
That's why I'm in it.
All right, I think I'm zoomed in.
Or one of the like obsession, and it like chokes you out. But
I know. I like always. It smells like a boys' locker
How
room.
many cats like the ginger?
you know, I haven't seen anyone other than Max and Marianne got it, and they really enjoyed it.
All right.
Here, I'll lock the gate.
Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. Well, we're over 15 now, ma'am.
Oh boy. Was he? Yeah, I was like, he was out chewing on grass over here earlier. He jumped on his
Beach, beach.
You can make a liar out of him.
They're very good at doing that.
Oh my gosh, this grass is like Easter grass.
I
Like, let's
know,
just
it's
be honest.
beautiful. Beach boy. He's like laughing at us.
He's like, there's so many people right here. I'm not trusting anybody.
Worst case scenario, we'll just drop it and he'll find it later.
That's true, yeah. So typically if we can't find the cat or, well, I mean, if we can find the cat, but if we, oh, there he is.
Not bad. The Easter carrot?
The bunny's here.
Yeah. Is that good or bad? And
Meh. He's like, meh. Oh, there we go.
here we go.
Got some kicking. Got some shredding.
He's so sweet. We're gonna take it.
Oh my goodness. You're silly.
I'll take that. That was a win.
Do you think that carrot is gonna go get mixed in with his salad later?
Most likely. You get it.
Oh my goodness.
So these carrots are just made out of tissue paper with a little bit of hot glue. We never use anything toxic. We never give paper to any of the cats where it would be a concern that they would ingest it. So clearly he's just ripping and shredding. He's doing natural behaviors. This is the type of stuff, well, assuming he was naturally found in the wild, let's start there. He's a savanna cat. He's not. He's man-made, not naturally found in the wild, but he still has wild instincts from part of his lineage, which would be a serval. They would definitely be used to pulling feathers and fur and things off of their prey. So even though it's a toy, it is actually helping him with some of his natural behaviors.
And preventing boredom in captivity, as Brittany had explained earlier.
Yeah. If you see cats in captive settings where they're constantly pacing, I mean, even our cats will pace a little bit. That's captivity. It's
Yep.
the sad reality of it. But if they're, you know, over grooming or self-harming or doing any kind of behaviors that are truly, truly stressful, that's why we do these. You have paper,
You have
stuck
paper
in
stuck in your teeth.
He's like,
And I'm
yes,
done now.
boss. All right, unfortunately, I won't count on Mrs. to come out and play right
Oh.
away, but I know she loves playing, so we'll see if she's in her barrel. I'm gonna offer her something anyway.
1781.
My girl. Where's Miss? Oh, hi, Angel. You want this bunny? She's like, nope, you can leave it and go. You can leave it and go. Yeah, she's in her little barrel. You can hear her like.
I'm gonna step away.
You're
That's
fine.
a lot
I
of.
don't think she's gonna come out anyway, so just gonna leave it at the base of your ramp. You can enjoy it later. Like I said, we're gonna enrich every cat, but we may not see every cat.
Yes.
There's a
Yep.
lot. We have about 51 permanent residents. That's a lot to hand out.
And for those of you that are just joining us, so yes, the goal is to enrich every single cat. Brittany and I will do the couples later together.
Look how pretty he is in his little sunshine spot.
He's been digging that spot a lot
know.
lately. Look at that. That's also excellent camouflage example.
All right, bud, I'll leave it. I know your sniffer's going. He can smell it. And no thanks. It's nap time. I know you'll get it later. He actually, the first enrichment he was ever handed out was a really adorable little toilet paper roll, just like that. But it was black and it was shaped like a bat for Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
He rubbed and drooled on that so much that the whole side of his face was black, and every time you'd walk by him, he would be sleeping over it. It was so sweet. All right. Let me check my list, but we're going to keep going this way. Yeah, Running Bear's asleep there, so I doubt he'll... Oh, if you want to walk over and show them what he got.
Yeah, and then do you want me to show them?
Yeah, you can go to Tut's, because I'm going to grab what I need.
Okay, all right. So we did hand out some Easter enrichment earlier this past week, or I guess later in the week last week. And so some of the enrichment is so big that we actually need to physically go into the enclosure with the cats. And we do that safely, locking away the cats. So you can see there's bears, there's Running Bears, and his tiny little Easter basket. Oh, hi. Well, you're awake now, silly. He's awake now.
Oh, Bear, did you like your village?
Oh.
You get that back. Oh, you get it. What a very good boy. Bear and his peeps. So cute. We were hoping, because like at Christmas, Bethany made him like a Christmas village, and every day for like 2 weeks after, he was like sleeping on it. But he won't let any of us catch him sleeping on that yet. But obviously he played with it.
He did. He did play with it.
He's like, no thanks.
He's like, okay, get off my lawn now. Oh, King Tut. Tut's gonna get a popsicle. And then once he gets that, I'll go and show you guys his big Easter enrichment, because it's so fabulous. I mean, this team is just, I mean, they're amazing. Not only do they imagine these things, but then they also like physically craft them.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like,
above and beyond every
I know.
time, it feels like.
I know, every holiday it just kind of like
Escalates.
yeah, the bar just keeps getting set higher and higher.
It's good stuff, huh, buddy? He really loves sickles.
He does. He's actually a really good sickle cat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So again, for those of you that have donated, thank you so much for your donations. I'm sorry, I'm not actually seeing any donations, so I don't know when it's happening. So if I've missed it, I apologize. Holy fish sticks, we did it. 2039.
We've seen freakouts.
Thank you guys so much. Like, this is amazing. You guys are unbelievable.
It was an Easter miracle.
Told you it was gonna happen.
That's amazing.
All right. So we're gonna leave Tut to a sickle, but I'm definitely gonna show you guys this adorable. Look at, you guys can see it already.
I love that basket. It's the cutest. And you'll have to show them the details of the little
Yes.
eggs on top. It is so cute.
Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Look at these cute little Easter eggs. This is like a giant Easter basket. And then inside,
Yeah,
you can see that he's got his like own little like man cave here. And it is just like,
It's so cute.
I mean, they just, every time you think that they've done the best, and then another holiday happens and you're like, oh, this is just.
Yeah, I love it. And you can tell he's called out at
Yes.
places. Well, I was gonna pop a sickle in for Miss Perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna try to get perfection a sickle. There's a lot of extra weed eating noise here, so I know, I like to call it the Tut Hut. Is she? Oh, she is. Yeah.
I was like, I thought I saw a face, but then I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I'll get out of your way.
Perfection.
You can see this is Miss Perfection's enclosure. All of her fabulous signage. Oh boy. Oh, there she is.
Go.
There she is.
So Perfection is going to be one of 3 cats that in this year will be turning 25 years old.
Oh my gosh.
I think Breezy's next. Breezy will be on the 14th of this month. She'll be 25. Amanda Tiger turned 25 at the beginning of the year. Perfection's just shortly behind that. But I definitely want to thank all of you guys for whoever's commenting and sharing and everybody who's donating, and just can't thank you guys enough. I hope you guys all have a great holiday today, but we pretty much just got started, so we got a ways to go.
We're grateful to have you guys join us on this holiday too, so thank you for that. Look at how big her tongue actually is.
I know. Well, it's interesting. So, you know, when cats drink, they actually scoop with like the back of their tongue. You would think that they're lapping like the way dogs do with like scooping it in front ways, but they scoop it in backwards. But it's interesting how they lick the sickle like a normal licking motion.
Yeah.
Like they use the top of their tongue instead
Yeah,
of the bottom.
like we would eat a popsicle.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can actually see her tongue's making little like grooves in it because she's got those sharp barbs.
Oh, I'm too close. Sorry.
Sorry, honey.
I just got the
Don't
look.
push it out there.
I just got the look.
We'll let you enjoy. I'm gonna keep trucking along. Don't worry, we will give something to Loki as well, but he's
Yes.
got the key to walk in there and I don't have it, so we'll do that later as well. Oh, he moved over to save.
Oh. Yeah. An after sickle bath.
Alright, so if we want to just drive around the corner towards Breezy, that's where we'll go next.
All right.
Are you going into Loki or?
We're not going to go into Loki right
Okay.
now because we don't have the key.
Okay.
Yes, he will definitely.
Yep, everybody's
Save one of the cute little carrots or something
everybody's
like that.
going to get some love today. All the cats will be enriched on this Easter Sunday. 2174.
Oh boy.
You guys are just on fire this morning. Love this.
He's sitting right up on his platform.
He's so cute. I've actually gotten addicted to his camera.
I love Loki.
I miss reading to Loki.
Yeah.
I wish
so
I could.
You're currently reading to
Wilmo and Amanda.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, there she
There
is.
she is.
Front and center. So we will see if Breezy wants to do a little grooming.
Okay, that's excellent. So yeah, Brittany's gonna try to do some grooming here. Now, this is something that you have special training to do, and you'll see she's got this retractable like back scratcher. And so she's able to safely groom the cats while they get like a popsicle to keep focus.
She actually, luckily, just will allow it.
Oh, she really
I don't
does?
have to
Okay.
trick her with any kind of like, now Cyrus won't stand still unless you give him something.
Cyrus is food motivated.
Yeah.
We got another one of our fabulous volunteers here this morning. We got Nikki. We saw Penny earlier over by Beecher. And thanks, Jennie. So you guys can see all of our wonderful volunteers that are taking their time out of their holiday to help care for the cats.
Oh, her's very tired. Just like, I don't know about this. Yes. So grooming, much like how enrichment is, we don't force them to. It's only something if they want to play or they want to come over for it, that's totally fine. That's on their agenda. But it is something that we try to offer. She's a little hard of hearing. Breezy's the one we were just talking about. She's going to be 25 years old here in about 10 days.
Oh my gosh.
Miss Lady. She's also in food coma.
Yes.
This is immediately after breakfast. Should we just leave you a bag instead? I can do that. Miss Breeze. Miss Breezy. Hi, sweet lady. Hi. Oh, who are you looking at?
Hi.
Hi, babe. You want to come see? Hi. Oh, good girl. So we always let them sniff, and so that they know that it's a scratcher. It's not food. And then we just start helping.
This is a really great way to help get mats that they may have accumulated or that they can't reach. So if they're getting old and arthritic, this is a great way for us to assist them with that without having to do like sedation grooming on these cats. At her age, sedation is really hard on her little body. So we try to avoid that at all costs. And so this is one of the best ways we can help these kiddos with their grooming habits without having to again to bring them into the on-site hospital for this.
And this time of year it's really important because we're moving from when they did all grow in these thick winter coats. Even though we're in Florida, it still gets down in the 30s and 40s, and these cats, their clocks know it, and so they puff up the first time it ever drops below like 50 and they get like 3 times the size, and then as soon as spring hits, we're back up into the 80s on most days, they shed like crazy. And when they can't like reach, if they don't have their claws or they're very old and arthritic, they can't always keep up with it on their own. So if we've earned their trust like we've done with Breezy, we can use this scratcher to help. You can see she's got 2 tiny little mats right there.
Yeah.
That's a hard area to get. Not all the cats will let you or want you to touch them in that area.
Yeah. And if these cats don't have claws, it's because they came to us without claws. There is no declawing done here. As a member of GFAS, which stands for the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, we don't buy, breed, touch, sell, or trade any of these cats, which is why Brittany is in fact using this retractable scratcher, because we do not touch these cats. We do not believe in declawing. So if they don't have claws, it's because they came to us without claws.
I know, that's a hard area to get, huh, baby? It feels good though. Good job, honey.
Yeah, I feel like in the wintertime, I sometimes puff up a little bit too.
Yes.
Like if it drops below 50,
It's universal.
I'm like, if it drops, like the Wisconsin girl in me is like, oh, go, it's time for some casseroles.
Yes, all the cheese, please.
Yeah.
Linda, can you go to sleep, please?
She's such a good girl.
She really is doing a great job.
The beauty of this is she's had some regular groomers for a good portion of her life now, and so she's quite used to it. And she's one of the cats that we actually use to help teach and train new volunteers that have met the requirements.
Mm-hmm.
So once you've been a green shirt for so long, you can apply or ask to be taught the class, and then eventually you might get assigned a grooming cat. Level 4 interns are also eligible to take the class. And so right now she's got at least 4 keepers.
Maybe 5.
Maybe
Since
5.
now I need to start getting in on that.
Yep, so she's drooling right now. You sweet thing.
Oh, she's so sweet.
So she's been a really good, she's been good to teach people on.
She's obviously very much comfortable with this. It's clear that she enjoys this. Because remember, guys, we don't force the cats to do anything. So if she decides she's done with this, when she decides she's done with this, she'll leave.
Can I give you a bag also real quick?
She's like, yes, I'm okay with that.
Let me get you a bag. Can I have this one of
So yeah, you know, this is not something that we force them to do.
Only if you want it later. She's like, I'm probably just gonna go right back to my ferns
Right.
and continue my nap.
She's like, it's back to snoozing. That was a nice time. Thank you for that. And now we're done.
And actually, yeah, a bag for Tom Tom. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll hop on the cart and kind of go around the.
Do we need to see this girl across the way?
Yeah, I've got to see what. Okay.
I mean, it's really big.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say I did 3 small paper bags, Brittany, and then I did 4 large paper bags. Okay.
And yeah, I need to double check what I wrote down to do with serving.
It's really quite a beautiful morning here at Big Cat Rescue. The sun is shining. Everybody had breakfast. It's not too warm. It's a little cooler for my personal taste. I'd like it to be a little bit warmer, but I know that everybody is enjoying this weather. It's going to be like our last. It's going to be our last cool snap of the year until fall. So we're enjoying this beautiful weather. I know Breezy was probably ready for more scratching, but since we are doing operant, or we're not doing operant, we're doing enrichment with all of the cats. We're enriching every single cat on property. Holy fish sticks, we're at 2,200. You guys, thank you so much. This is amazing. So since we're going to enrich every cat, as much as I know that we'd like to stay with Breezy for a long time, we're going to keep moving on to some more kiddos. So we can keep getting them what they need. So you guys can see, again, our fabulous volunteers. Just continue to take care of these kiddos. Everybody gets a fresh, clean water bowl. Everybody gets a feeding slab cleaned. Oh, there she is. Oh my goodness. She's like, what? There's no snacks on this toy.
She's like side-eyeing that carrot.
She's like, there's no food here.
Happy Easter, baby girl. So you can see Tom Tom's got mats on her back.
Yeah,
She's
get a little
22
closer.
years old. Unfortunately, she is not tolerant of the scratcher.
No.
So she's also very sensitive with sedation. And so because of that, we have found ways of using our hospital transport squeeze cage. We can load her up in that, we can squeeze her to the top and then brush her, but she won't willingly allow it.
She's just grumbling about that.
There's a lot of sounds, girl. I know, I love you too. You're such a perfect girl. Okay, we'll leave you alone. We're gonna leave you alone. Let's go to Lovey and then Ariel, and then you and I will come back later for Sue and Lisa.
Yep.
Do you want to explain to everybody why we are
Yeah.
on them?
Yeah, so again, we're going to be doing a lot of, Brittany and I are going to be taking care of paired up people later on after the camera has been shut off, simply because in order to do it safely, there needs to be a buddy system. And so since I'm filming, I can't go ahead and be like, all right guys, hang on. Right. So she and I will get to them in a little bit. Everybody will get enrichment today.
So if I was to guess, she's probably inside that deck.
Yeah. And there's 2 of us, so she's like, whoa.
Yeah, she doesn't love that idea. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pitch this in, and we'll be here later when she comes out.
Oh, there she is.
Rosemary. Oh. This is like a unicorn size.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to get too close. I'm going to zoom in a little. Wow, we never get to see Lovey. She really did. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is like the best ever. Ah!
And then it's like, then you don't want to move away too quickly.
I know.
And like make her run away. Well, now we're just staying here, guys. This is where we're.
Yeah, sorry guys. No, sorry, not sorry.
Look at that bunny.
Oh my goodness.
Good job, Lapa.
Look at her.
She's drooling enough for the face.
I see it. She's got a little bit of drool. Oh my gosh.
Get it.
Yeah. Get that rosemary.
I know. I didn't know she would like the fresh rosemary.
That is awesome.
So what we'll do is I had made a list of each cat and what I plan to give them, and then afterward I'll have to sit down and log everything I gave them and how they reacted to it. And so other keepers are able to go into that log and see like, oh wow, Lovey interacted with this perfume and this fresh rosemary, and it was a tube and she loved it. And that way in the future we can try to cater her enrichment a little more towards what we know she's going to enjoy. And clearly this is a winner.
Yeah, the fresh rosemary especially seems to be like a delightful thing. So more to that point, not only do we log what the cats like as far as enrichment, every cat has their own sort of like medical chart. So if the keepers notice something, like there's a hot spot or they're limping, we can first and foremost notify our coordinators, and then with that tail. And then we log that on each cat, on that cat's specific chart, so that way it's there. There's a permanent record of it. So if it happens again or something, we can go back and be like, oh yeah, on such and such date.
Mm-hmm. Good job, little Lapa.
We have that.
I'm so proud of you. All right, we'll let you finish enjoying. We're going to go to Ariel real quick, and then I think we might skip ahead to some of the bigger cats.
Sounds good.
Regardless, we'll still be enriching everybody who might be live.
Yes.
This already.
My gosh, it's wow.
Because the only other cats in this section are Sue and Lakota and Fiona and Brian, because Split and Nabisco are on plantation.
Yep.
So, again, we need two keepers that are both fully in the moment when you're going to enrich your cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Ariel.
And as much as I would like to, show you guys that, it's just I need to be focusing on the camera and making sure Brittany's keeping an eye. I mean, obviously Brittany's very safe, but making sure she's safe.
Hi. Do you want that?
Oh,
She's like, nope.
nope.
But I want to give it to her over here because I feel like this is her most private area. Like, she really likes to hang out under her platform and stuff. I know for a fact she won't come over and actually take anything directly from me, but I know she'll play with it later on. So that's where we're going to leave it. She keeps peeking around. She's like, are they gone yet?
Go away. Go away.
Hi, Bing.
She's like, nope, still no. Still no.
All right, well, let's go get on our cart. We'll go over and do what we give Manny his sickle.
Okay.
We'll do some operant with Jinx.
There she goes.
She's like, oh,
What you guys get? What you guys give me?
stop. Is she really gonna go? Oh, she did a drive-by. She knows it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just inspecting first to make sure it's not gonna, like, be scary.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fun later. So yeah, let's go see some of our big guys. We'll do operant with Kimba. We'll do operant with Jinx. I know I was planning to do operant with Kali as well.
All right, so we've got we got a sickle for Manny. We're gonna do some operant, Jinx, Kimba, Kali.
Yeah.
Excellent. Again, some fabulous keepers here.
Yes, you guys gave her a good one.
Oh,
is she playing with it?
Oh,
Good.
Tom Tom played with her
All
carrot.
she did was grumble and roar in my face. So I was like, is she?
Oh, good.
Oh, bless her little heart.
Oh, see, and that's another thing that's so great about these keepers is that they're always keeping an eye on these cats for us. In these instances where we have to walk away and be like, okay, it's time to go. So it's always nice to get like a report. We're up to like 23, I think. And I got wipes here.
Oh, actually, let me pop over and give this to Serby. Look how cute.
Oh my gosh. Jennie, is this yours?
That's mine too.
Okay. I don't know.
All right, real quick while we're here, I had specially sprayed Betsy Johnson on this cute little rabbit for Serby. So.
Oh man.
Serby had housekeeping come all last week.
Yes.
She was kind of shifted around a bunch, so I'm going to make sure she gets something special for dealing with all of that. I know you probably won't actually come play, but... Oh, it's just like, I got it.
Oh, that's it.
She's like, it's not food.
It's not food.
It's just for you to play with. Get it. That maybe is my favorite
That
reaction.
was like,
All right,
yeah, no.
She like caught it real fast and then was like, oh no.
Curse you. I've been deceived. You guys, just look how beautiful Tiger Lake is though. Like this is like,
Gorgeous day.
it really is. Just look how beautiful that is. There's Serby's enclosure. Good. We're back on the cart.
Serby.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, everybody. If you ever want to learn about each of these cats individually, you can find all of their bios on our website. So if you're curious about the backstory on Serby or any of the other cats, you can find that at bigcatrescue.org/catbio. Because Serby is also not a spring chicken. She's over 20, I think she's 21 or 22 now. I'm wondering if Manny is going to be hiding in his underground,
The bunker.
yes, den, or if he'll still be out and about. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Because we'll end up going over to Kimba as well. So.
I mean, they're telling us that we rocked it. I'm like, I feel like they rocked it.
Yeah.
Like the credit goes to them.
I mean, I don't mind to go a little over our hour today, but
I'm available until 11:30, ma'am, so I'm all yours.
Look
Oh, hey. Are you ready? Are you very excited? What's the Easter Bunny gonna bring you?
the only thing he wants, a bloodsicle.
What you got? You ready? Yeah? That's funny. Someone said Serby's reaction was the same thing as when you think you're biting into an oatmeal chocolate chip, but it's actually an oatmeal raisin cookie. I kind of like the oatmeal raisin cookies. I'm a weirdo. Very carefully, she's doing that. Very carefully. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll stand in front of you so you can see us.
Yeah, we don't want you to be paranoid.
And I'm going to squat.
So this is Manny Jaguar. He's very smart. He knows how to hold his sickle in place so it doesn't roll away.
He's very smart and he's very strong.
Yeah, he flips it up on its end so that it won't roll away either. You're doing good. He's kind of a biter too, so prepare. Good job, bud. So these sickles really do help with the cats on really hot days. Helps with their hydration. You know, a lot of the cats that have kidney issues, we make sure that they get extra hydration like this. Is it cold?
She got a little brain freeze.
A little bit of a brain freeze. Listen to that tongue.
I know you can hear it.
Very scaly.
We get some crunchy crunch.
So Manny can't have a lot of different types of enrichment because his jaw strength is just too much. Even if he tries to playfully play with something, he ends up consuming part of it, and it's just too dangerous to think about a potential blockage or anything like that. So the cats are thoroughly tested and observed to know what is safe to give each one, and Manny's just so intense that unless you give him like the thickest cardboard tube you've ever seen, like a carpet roll or something, and even then he bites right through it. So
I mean, I think
he's
we've
quite
all
content with
we've
this.
all seen the video of the solid turkey drum and him just
Yes.
being like, nope, this is fine, this is like a piece of cake, literally like a piece of cake.
Exactly.
And we're all just standing here like,
Exactly. Well, if you want to keep watching him for just a second, I'm going to get myself set up to do Operant with Jinx.
Okay, I'll hang
So,
here with him.
I'm going to slide. I kind of would rather go behind than in front.
I'm not going to get too much closer to
Yeah,
this
I
guy,
don't
though. I'm like, I'm just going to lean back here now. You're good, Bubbas. You're good. So one of the things that they teach us here is that as a keeper, when you're observing a cat, if you're squatting down, that's fine. You can squat or you can kneel, but you cannot sit because you need to be able to get up quickly should you need to get out of the way, or if there's something you need to move quickly towards or away from. So I'm definitely in the squatting position at the moment, and my calves slash hamstrings are feeling the burn. So oh, Bubba, that's not for you, sir. I'm sorry. You got your snack. Oh, so I'm just readjusting here for a second. Whew. Yes, that's a good point. Like in the wild, these cats would be hunting caiman and have been able to crush the skulls of caiman and also crush turtle shells. So they are very, very intense and very strong.
All right. Let Manny finish his sickle. We're going to go on the hunt for Jinx.
All right. I always joke when I clean for him, I'm like, I don't know why we clean this cage. There's no cat in this cage. Because Jinx is just always like flat and skull. He's like the perfect like hunter boy.
It is definitely a good example of like how people can't tell how large enclosures are.
Yeah.
You might see like just this section and think this is all he has, but he's got like over a football field's worth of windy, twisty like enclosures that are all connected. So
Now, have you done a home tour of Jinx's enclosure?
I have, yes.
Okay.
I did. I had to redo his, I think, because he had just moved.
Okay.
there.
And has that been posted yet?
I think so.
Okay.
It should be at dailybigcat.com on the home tour playlist.
All right. So yeah, if you guys ever want to know exactly how much space these cats have, Brittany, as I said before, has done an amazing job like logging and filming these enclosures, and then we post them up on dailybigcat.com, and there's a tab or a section there for home enclosures, so you can check that out if you're ever curious.
The fun part is we may have already passed him.
Thank you everybody for your donations. Thank you for our moderator team that has been keeping tabs on this. You guys have been making this. Oh, I see him. Oh, I see him. He's way back there. So again, thank you guys for the donations. Thank you to the moderating team. He's gonna make us go around.
I know. I was hoping if I started to walk away, he'd come run over. Just a little bit. Jinx! His supposed to come over right away. We're not supposed to be trained to go find them and follow them. They're supposed to be coming to us.
Yes.
So, in the beginning, a lot of times when you are training and learning to work with Jinx, if he does things like this, you're supposed to just walk away. Eventually, he will learn, like, I shouldn't hesitate. I should go right over when they call me. And then, but I really want to see my boy today, so. Come on, Jinx.
Oh, yeah, Cindy, we definitely would not advocate wanting to lay and cuddle with these cats. No. It would not be a wise choice, especially if you got to see Manny with his popsicle and hear the crunching. I understand. I totally understand, because they're beautiful and Smalls is just, you know, like with her floof. But no, it's not wise. And I know a lot of times we say these things, and
in here?
He's in the back.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to tell where he is.
I know, he's magic. Where'd he go? Hi, Bob. Hi.
there he is. All right, I'm gonna sneak over here.
I'm gonna eventually walk in the walk now.
Okay. So Brittany's doing some operant conditioning, and one of the things that we, that was stealthy and fast. So operant conditioning is an important thing for several reasons.
Yeah.
You see, she's asking him to do things, and when he does them, she rewards him with a snack. Now, if he decides that he doesn't want to do this, nothing bad happens. He just does not get the snack. But the reason we do this is it gives us an opportunity to really closely observe the cat. But in this instance here, you see she's asked him to come into lockout. Now, this is vital for us if we have a medical person coming who needs to look at the cat, like if Dr. Justin or Dr. Wynn is here. Also, if we need to potentially trap the cat, lock the cat in their lockout for some reason, for transport or something, we need to ask them to come, and they need to be comfortable coming into lockout. So we can drop that lockout door, and then we can safely go in and get them in a transport cage for medical purposes.
Oh, you dropped the piece.
So the operant conditioning is very important. And again, oh my God, he's got like a big string of drool.
I know. Very drooly. There we go.
It's very important for us to be able to get a good look at these cats. Oh, good job. Get some water.
Get some water, bud.
Yeah, so I'm on the operant conditioning committee, and for me, I feel like operant conditioning is absolutely one of the most important things, not only for the cats and keepers to bond and work together in a different capacity other than just feeding them or cleaning them or even enriching them. Operant is like a totally different system where it's just a training program, a very simple one. We only ask for natural behaviors, so that's why you saw me technically call him to the side even though he was already there. We'll see a better example after this. And then asking him to lay down, asking him to come into his feeding lockout. This is the best opportunity for me to get a really good look at his eyes, his mouth, his ears. We can do that at feeding as well, but this is even more like up close and personal. How was he running? So like Bridget said, if the vet was coming in, if we have them trained to be able to, come over to the side and lay down for a few minutes, Linda's coming, so he's like, I'm hiding. So Dr. Justin can come in, and the operant conditioning trainer can have him come to the side. We can observe how he's chewing. We can do a lot of vet care without ever having to sedate them. Now, if we did have to sedate them, calling him into lockout and having him lay down, such as what he's doing now, we could close his lockout door behind him and then actually have a transport cage put on the other side. Without having to sedate him in the cage, we could load him up and take him into the hospital.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of reasons for it. Again, it's only simple commands: calling to the side, having them follow you, having them lay down, having them go in lockout. And then being able to close them in lockout is kind of that's the big one. That's the one that not all of them allow you to do, and that's the one that you have to put the most work into.
Yeah. And someone did mention that he was laser focused on you, and that's the goal is to have them be focused on the person who's asking the commands or giving the commands. Absolutely. He didn't care about me. I was not
a vet that was gonna shoot something like some kind of flea mat or something at him. He wouldn't have even noticed you were doing that because he was only looking at me.
And here you guys will see our small cat vacation area, which is 22,000 square feet. Unfortunately, since there's 2 kiddos in here today, Brittany and I will not be doing enrichment on camera with them. We'll wait until after the camera is off so that we can safely enrich them together, giving them our full attention for our safety, because we both know that Flint and Nabisco are silly kids and not to be trusted in the best ways. You still got that sickle. Good job, bud.
Stay right here because I'm gonna just load up some more treats and we're going to go to Kimba.
All right.
With Kimba, just stay on the tour path.
I will.
Try to keep
Yep.
him, visible for everyone.
I will just wait for your command. So guys, in case you missed that, Brittany's going to work with Kimba. I am going to stay on the tour path. It's going to make him most comfortable. It's going to be safest for everybody. She doesn't have to worry about me. She just has to focus on herself.
Now you'll notice that with Jinx I used what we would use as an operant stick.
Yeah.
But with Kimba I use the metal tongs. It's how I've been training him from the very beginning.
I just want to see those tongs here.
It's like barbecue tongs.
Yep.
It's similar to what we use when we're cleaning, but we keep them in a totally different area.
Yep.
So I've been working with him pretty much since he arrived. I know a few of the other people that work with him are using the stick. So I've chosen to stick with this because not only am I more comfortable, but then it's getting him used to both options. So he'll never be freaked out when this big metal thing comes at him versus a stick. So.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah.
All right, so where do you want me to be planted?
Well, I need to see, so the way that we clean him now is that he stays over in one section until they've cleaned the other, and then they shift him over. So right now it's just a matter of finding.
It looks like they're cleaning over here, so we could probably see if they've done him already.
Hey, Rebecca, have you guys already done Kimba?
You can see Rebecca is taking care of Manny.
So yeah, my goal will be. Oh, there he is. Okay. I was gonna say my goal will be to just kind of keep him in this area.
Okay.
This lockout.
All right. Guys, I'm going to hang here and I'm going to try to zoom in as much as I can, but I'm also probably not going to talk. So I'm going to stop talking now.
Hi, Bub.
Yes, they can. Thank you. Sorry, guys. All right, I zoomed in. There we go. I was like, I zoomed in and then I couldn't zoom out. And then I was like, son of a nutcracker. And I'm like trying not to say anything and I'm trying not to talk.
So yeah, so Kimba's our youngest tiger. He came to us from the circus life in Guatemala. He's only about maybe 4-ish years old. He's very spunky. He's very intimidating. He's very unpredictable, but he's actually been really, really wonderful with operant conditioning. You can see he was pretty gentle. He does get very excited though when you go to move from place to place. So the goal is to not actually reward him with a treat until all 4 feet are on the floor and he's just standing there in front of you, or when he's doing a down, you can see he's fully down. And he's actually surprisingly gentle for the most part when he takes the treat. It's just a matter of not rewarding the cat until they're doing what you need them to do. So when he lays down on his own, I didn't technically ask him to do that, so that's why you would see me walk a few steps away, get him back in front of me where I wanted him, and then give him the treat. But in general, he's actually really, really good at operant. He's such a good boy.
That was a really great session. I was really impressed.
And he comes right over. He only did that game that Jinx does, the like, I know you're there, but I'm not going to come to you yet. And so I've walked away from him and I won't do another session until like a few days later, and then he'll come right over. So he's learned now that when I show up and I've got the treat, you better come now or you'll have to wait a few days to the next session.
Yeah.
So.
And like you've said before, it's getting us to train the cat as opposed to the cat training us.
Correct, yes, and building that trust and that bond. So Catherine always had the beautiful description of saying that you're putting deposits in your bank account with the cats.
That's a great, I love that.
So each time that you come out and you work with a cat, you're doing a small deposit. Every time that you then need to get the cat to do something such as like go into a lockout for a vet reason, you are deducting from your account. So you have to keep your reserves in a good place with them.
Yeah.
So I've been working with him long enough where I can actually shift him wherever he needs to go without him roaring at me, without giving him treats.
That is impressive.
So it took a while to get there, but when I do it, I pretty much, by the end of the day, I will have come back out and given him treats just to add a little bit back into the bank.
Into that deposit
Yes.
some more money into that bank.
Because I feel very fortunate he doesn't roar at me, because almost everybody else gets that side of him. So there's a few of us. Marie is another one. She's been working with him a lot now. So Lauren Buckingham, same thing. Catherine, of course. So there's a few of us that have a pretty good bank account with Kimba. So,
and I will tell you guys, having a lion or a tiger roar in your face is something that reverberates throughout your body, and you're very conscious.
Yes, it's very, very scary.
Oh.
And...
I actually do have a bag for you. Let me get my gloves off.
So he's back. Jinx has, you can see he's made it all the way around to the other side of his home enclosure. Where are you going, silly? Come back, Jinx! Jinx, Jinx! So we've made it up over 25.
Oh, wow.
So thank you guys for these donations. This is just
so much.
amazing. I cannot believe it.
It's just something fun to play with.
Jinx does love spice bags. And he does love those spice bags.
You get it. You'll bite
What?
that. You'll bite that bag.
He was very cute this past Thursday when Afton handed out most of the big Easter Enrichment. He got a bunny in like a little basket that looked like it had like candy bars in it, which of course is all just paper. But he would not play. He just like did this until we all left. And 10 minutes later I went by and it looked like just a white bag of nothing, like it exploded all over the cage. He had green tissue paper still hanging out of his mouth, but he was totally like, I didn't do any of that.
I don't know what happened.
They very much caught you red-handed.
Or green-handed.
It was very cute.
All right, have fun with that, sir. That's my own homemade pumpkin pie spice.
So let's just do a couple more steps, and then we'll probably have to sign off on the live, and then we'll hand everything else out.
All right.
So let's go. Let me look at my list here. He's so darling.
All right. Let's see. Manny's still got that. I'm gonna let you look at that. I'm gonna check on Manny's sickle status. We'll check on Manny. Is it gone? It's all gone. You got it all. You ate all of it. Was it very good? It was very good. Yeah. Very good. Oh no, you still got it. You were just hiding it. You can still see it's there. Guys, don't worry. Any cat that you did not see get enrichment on this live doesn't mean that they won't be getting enrichment. We'll do that. Every cat is getting enriched today. Between Brittany and myself, we will get them all squared away.
So we're going to go over to Diablo and Alethea real quick.
Oh,
just so we have
great.
2 more little cats, and then we'll go down Tiger Row, and we'll do Sickles and Operant, and we'll end up with Kali. Whoa. And that's there. We'll just add that to there. They're going to be real nipped out.
Oh boy.
All right, so let's go to Alethea and Diablo real quick.
Thank you for the Easter wishes, you guys. Happy Easter to all of you that are joining us, and we are so grateful to have you today. Oh, she's already sniffing. Oh boy.
Happy Easter, you guys.
This boy just loves his enrichment.
He really loves it.
Zoom in a little.
You gonna at least check it out? That way you guys can play across from each other.
Oh my gosh. Zoom out. There we go.
Getting it done.
Oh my goodness.
You guys are too adorable.
Oh, best friend. Oh, best friend.
Oh, Diablo is definitely in love with this girl across the street.
I think she's actually finally reciprocating.
I think so,
the
too.
Yeah.
Is that fun, lady? It's very fun. You're such a cute pie.
Oh my gosh.
Good job, you guys.
Oh man.
Good job, princess.
Yeah, this is heart melting, Emma. This is adorable.
You guys are so sweet.
I'm sorry. Nancy said this was heart melting. Yes.
Oh, look at that.
You are too much.
Good job, kiddos. Alright, we're gonna keep going.
All right, guys. We got a couple more peeps to check out.
Yeah, we'll go see a couple more big guys.
Ah,
and then we'll
peeps.
wrap it
Easter.
up. Yeah, there you go.
Bringing it full circle.
Well, that was a big hit.
Oh my gosh. All right, you got that. I'm gonna go.
Diablo will play with that for the whole rest of the day.
Yes, yes. Diablo will have a great time with that as long as it's in his enclosure.
Yeah.
All right. So again, Brittany's making notes on who got what and what's going on and how they responded. And then later on, she'll go back to the office and she'll spend a good chunk of time logging all of that. So we've got notation for what was successful, what was kind of meh.
Yep.
And then that way we've got that on record for the next time someone does operant or enrichment with these cats. So we know, you know, like if we're doing operant conditioning and they responded really well to like chicken or red meat, for example,
Yeah.
as opposed to like if they didn't want the pork.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah, I don't think we had too many today that weren't like into what we handed them.
Yeah, I think, I mean, like the Lovey, I think Lovey was the surprise of the day.
Yes, for sure.
With the delightful surprise of the day.
I have a feeling Ariel probably played immediately too. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
weren't there anymore.
She's like, I'm done. So we're here by Simba Tiger. You guys can see his sign there.
Gotta get it out of the cup. That's always the hard part.
Oh yeah, the prep work is vital.
Hi, Bob.
You
Kimba.
guys can see that he's got that big, giant solo cup size.
Look at him. He's enjoying his.
I
view of
know,
the lake.
he's just like the lakefront man. If he were a human, he'd be wearing boat shoes today. Oh, yay!
There it go. Sorry, I threw it right in a weed. I didn't mean to.
Sometimes you just gotta take that shot while you have the
Yeah, I
chance.
was like, before he's fully standing. Boom.
Yep.
Aw.
You're big enough to push it out of the way. There you go.
He's like, I'm in it. I don't care.
You guys, did you see this?
You can push it further away.
He's like, nothing's coming between me and this popsicle. I don't care.
Use your big foot.
So
Oh,
cute.
my
Actually, all
gosh.
3 of the Guatemala boys really, really enjoy sickles.
I think honestly one of my favorite things about them is that we're able to give them this experience, and
Yeah.
so many times, you know, the donors are such a big and vital they make such a vital impact on what we're able to do for these cats. So thank you guys for the donations, because we're able to give these guys a really great opportunity at the rest of their lives by just letting them, I mean, like you saw him just laying there looking out at the lake and just not having to do anything. There was no one he was responsible to. You know, he was not beholden to anybody. No one was asking him to do anything. And I think that, not to get all soapboxy, but
Or emotional.
I know.
I get too
Ugh.
emotional when I think about them living in cages that were the size of a queen mattress.
I know.
Or only eating chicken feet.
oh god.
Because when I watched him get his first Thanksgiving turkey here, which our sponsors and our donors are the ones that purchase those for the cats, watching his face light up like a little kid on Christmas morning, and I caught it on camera, and every time I look at that photo, I just want to cry tears of joy, because he's just so happy with this turkey and this high quality diet, and like
And
you said, no agenda.
popsicle. Yeah,
Like,
just
no
like no one's
agenda.
asking him to do anything. I was cleaning for him a couple weeks ago and I caught him just in his pool.
Yeah.
Just like
He's
totally
the one
kicking
of the
it.
3 that spends the most time in his pool.
Yeah, he was like
definitely.
hanging out like right over here, and he was
Yeah.
like one paw in, one paw out, like a bro. He's just like, yeah. He like looked up at me and he was like, "What's up?"
Well, let's go see if Max is around. We'll give Max a
Oh, good. And you guys can see again, like beautiful, beautiful. Like Jamie and Victor just making these fabulous platforms. Everybody's got pools that needs a pool. So, you know, it's just remembering that what you see isn't always reality. Likes to hang out sort of over in this section back here sometimes, I think. I had my first Max sickle experience a couple weeks ago, and it was delightful. It was so lovely, just like getting to watch him have a popsicle. And it was hot that day, so. Yeah.
Simba and Kimba both do really, really well with that, but Max just really doesn't seem to care. So he doesn't really come over there.
Oh, all right.
We just recently assigned him to Rebecca.
Oh, great.
So I'm hoping Rebecca can form a
Oh, Rebecca is like the best ever.
Hi, do you want a sickle? Come get this sickle, sweet boy. There we go. Boy loves a sickle.
He's just such a sweet-natured boy.
He really is. Till he has a sickle.
You guys hear that crunching?
That was intense.
Again, another great example of why we don't touch or reach in.
I mean, we just, in our personal opinion here at Big Cat Rescue, we just don't, it's rude. It's more of an ego boost, I think, for people to think that touching or possessing a wild animal, my goodness, is something that they want to do, when you really learn that, you know, that little tiny cub that you took a picture with or got to pet or hold, the terrible life they end up usually having to lead. Once people have that knowledge, they tend to do better, but it's just, there's so many people out there that just think that would be so cool. And it's like, it's disrespectful. These wild animals would never let you touch them in the wild. So putting them in a cage, you know, having them depend on you for food, things like that, it's a big ego thing, and we just don't believe in it. It's not something that, you know, we understand, and we just hope people will learn better and then do better. So.
Yeah. And I think now, especially, there's more information, you know, because even just like 7 or 8 years ago, there was not a lot of information about how terrible cub petting actually truly is.
Yeah.
And they lie to you. They make you believe like, oh, this is for conservation and you're helping the species.
You
and
have
it's just
to remember that if it's born and raised in a cage and it's dependent on people for everything, it's never going to go free. That's not conservation.
No, it's malarkey is what it is.
Conservation would be doing something that helps save their wild environment.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, handsome. Look at his little back nails.
I know.
Like they dig in when he, every time he takes a little bite.
Oh man, he just crunched through that massive cup of like that massive popsicle.
So we're going to go over to Cody. I will do an operant session with Cody. And
Great.
then we'll give her a sickle as well.
All right.
She's my girl, so she's going to get cute things. But that's also where we'll wrap up.
Okay.
You and I will just go be Easter fairies.
Awesome. I love this.
And all the rest of it.
So while we're getting ready to go see Kali, I'm just going to remind everybody that making the call of the wild is the most important thing you guys can help with as far as no cost to you. There's no cost to making the call of the wild here at Big Cat Rescue. And basically it is you reaching out to your United States representatives by texting the word cats to the number 52886 or by going to bigcatact.com. And reaching out to your representatives in Washington, asking them to end the private ownership and abusive cub petting of exotic cats here in the United States. So
We're just going to go up to Kali.
this is only open to United States residents. So unfortunately for all of us that are watching overseas, if you're not a US resident, unfortunately, you cannot assist us with this unless you want to just help by spreading the message. Does anybody mind if I take a quick sip of water?
Go for it.
Okay. I'm like,
It's been a long one.
I know, I'm like,
over an hour now. But we are our last cat.
oh my, that was, I was like running out of saliva there. Whew.
I know, you never really know how exhausting just talking is.
You'd think that I'd be used to it by now, but still no.
Alright, so we're gonna do this, but we're also gonna do...
All right, I got that. Okay, there we go.
She already knows what's up.
All right.
Alright, so this is Kali Tiger. She's a 20-year-old tiger.
And I'm gonna to readjust. There we go.
And then we first put her over here.
There we go.
Alright. I see her. I want her to come to you though. So, Kali!
So here's a great example of Brittany asking the cat to come to the side of the enclosure. And Cully is slowly making her way over. She's like moseying too.
Yeah, she's a little more of a mosier. Again, 20 years old, times that by about 6. That's roughly what she'd be like.
Oof,
in human years.
that's like
So
120.
She's no spring chicken. Hi, babe. No, that was a long walk.
She's like, you better make this worth my while.
Why aren't you eating it in one bite?
Down. So you notice the cat's eyes are always following the stick in these situations. Like you might think that they're fixated on the person, but they're definitely watching the stick. So when you're doing operant conditioning, you never want to be flailing the stick around or putting it in weird places because that just makes them want to jump or do things you don't want them to do. I'm going to walk her to her feeding lockout.
All right. This is a great example of Brittany not letting the cat train her. Cully was already heading to where she thought she was supposed to go, and instead of just going with the flow, Brittany's keeping her on her toes. So the chuff is a tiger greeting. It's like a way that they say hello, and it's just an exhalation of air that makes like a puffing sound. And again, there, a great example of Brittany not being trained by the cat, but training the cat. Or conditioning.
Watch out.
All the way in.
Last piece. I won't leave you in lockout. Good job, babe.
So you'll notice too, there's very minimal talking. We don't say their name a whole lot. We usually say it initially to get them over to the side of the cage. The rest of it's all supposed to be on body language. So while I do tell her down, I do tell her lockout, and you'll notice when I took her in lockout, I went to the very end of the lockout to make her go all the way in so that if we had to close that door, she'd be all the way in. Good job. I also try to end my sessions near water bowls. So especially for older cats, once they've gotten a handful of treats and they've done a couple commands, if they're right next to their water, they can get nice and hydrated and then go off and continue their nap.
Yes.
So,
And it's so vital for them, especially in their senior years, as you've mentioned, to make sure that they're getting that water.
Yes.
And the sickles are a great way to help with that hydration,
Yep.
but nothing truly beats a nice, good, big drink of water.
Yeah. And so again, this is only her feeding lockout that she's in. This is where she comes for breakfast every day. This is where fresh water always is. Each cat usually has 2 to 3 of these, but they're also that super helpful thing again for vets. You can see if we were to close her in there, we'd be able to walk and look at all sides of her very up close compared to if she was just in like the big section of her enclosure.
Yeah, you can see that ball is on the opposite side of that tunnel of this bubble wall, basically. Yeah. So you can see how far away that would be, and right in the smack dab of the middle, which is kind of where she looks like she's going to land.
Are you going to play with your ball, or are you going to lay down? Oh, we're going to pee.
Oh, all right.
She got a whole thing.
All right, so I'm going to pan away.
Yes, well, I was going to say, so we'll wrap up here. But thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us for like an hour and a half today on Easter.
Woo!
I really, really appreciate all of the donations, everybody who shared. I appreciate Bridget coming in on a day she wouldn't normally be here to be my filmer because, you know, I debated walking around with a tripod and just trying to film myself doing stuff.
Nope.
Like, let's just team up. So Thank you guys very, very much. And thank you, Jennie.
Thank you, Jennie.
Chauffeuring us around. So I hope you guys have a great Easter. And I really just appreciate you guys giving up your morning to us. And I will see you guys again soon, probably back on the other side of the camera. Where
Oh my gosh. Well, before we end,
yes.
I think we're going to get this on film. We ended at 31:49.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys.
All right, and on that, we're going to go. Happy Easter. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you later. Happy Easter. Bye, everybody.